Hello my friends and welcome. I am just doing a quick little video here to show you how I cleanse new tarot cards that I get, because I do also get used decks because I'm a collector and I like them, but I don't want any bad juju on there at all. And you know, you don't know where some of these cards came from, even if it's a brand new deck, still sealed. I like to do at least a brief cleansing because even as it was manufactured, it was going through several hands and shipping and all those things. The example I'm going to show you today, I got this deck. It is the Golden Girls Tarot cards from Smith Street Gift. I think it was out of print, so I got this from a third party because I was rewatching the series and I just like, oh, I wonder if there's a deck like that, and I found one. Got it at a decent price, but it was well used. You can see the box is kind of a little loose, and the cards themselves were quite shuffled. So somebody was using this and loving it, but I am giving it a new home, and it's a beautiful deck. So usually when I first get a deck, the first thing I will do is take the cards out. If they are not in order, I will put them in order, which I've already done for the sake of time on this video. So I'll put the Major Arcana, 0 to 21. Then I'll do the Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. And I will put them basically in the order I imagine they were when they were brand new. Once that happens, there are a lot of different ways you could cleanse the cards. You can do each individual card and you can smudge it. I've got some sage and some Palo Santo here. I'm going to do that a little bit. But any kind of incense or smoke is your element of air. If you want to cleanse it with some water, you can like sprinkle a little bit. For earth, I have salt, and with fire, you could potentially like pass each one through a candle flame, being careful not to burn your cards. I am kind of a klutzy person, so we are not going to do the fire thing right now. I do not want to burn these cards, but me in particular, this is how I would do it. Put them in order first. Then we are going to do a little bit of smudgy smudge. So I've got some white sage here, and I am just basically passing the whole deck through the smoke. Try to fan them out and get as much as I can, but again, you can do individually each card if you like. See, I'm already klutzing. And that's okay. But we'll put them through some more smoke here. Once I have done the smoke, you can also do that with the box if you plan to use the box. I will probably be storing these in the box for a while till I figure out how I want to store them. I like storing lots of them in boxes. I also have scarves and bags and all sorts of stuff, boxes, depending, like wood boxes, depending on the deck and how much I use them. Next, if you have some sort of selenite wand, selenite is just one of the master cleansers when it comes to crystals and stones. I use this selenite wand to cleanse a space. You could use it just like pass it over the cards, and just do that as often as you can. If it's a deck you use often, you could do this after every reading that you do. You could do it maybe like once every new moon, once every full moon, however you feel called to cleanse your cards. Another way you could do this, I have also a bowl of salt, just regular salt, and I just made a mess there, but in this particular salt, I'm going to draw kind of a counterclockwise circle, because what I want is for any leftover residue energy on these cards to disperse. And you just set them in the bowl of salt. If you wanted to, you could do this with earth, like dirt. I wouldn't want you to get your cards dirty. Usually the salt's kind of easy to get off of them, especially I'm not making a mess out there. But the topper I have here is, I've got also this selenite little spiral here, and it's kind of a counterclockwise spiral, and it's one of my cleansing objects that I found. But while it is sitting in the salt, I'm just gonna put that on there and just let that sit there for as long as I feel compelled. Maybe overnight if you wanted to do this under a full moon, under a black moon, whatever you feel called to on that particular time. But I've been playing around with this deck. I'm really excited about playing with it because it's just fun and cute. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do a flip through. But I will do a flip through, and then I'll do a deck interview to get to know the deck and how that deck wants to work with me. But that's how I'm leaving it for a little while now. But there's lots of ways you can cleanse a deck, whatever you feel called to. Let me know in the comments, like, how do you normally handle a new deck? How do you cleanse a deck? Especially if it's a used deck. Do you not use used decks because of all that? I'm really curious. Inquiring minds want to know. So I hope that gave you some inspiration on your own decks, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks.